What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the DC Collectibles, or I'm sorry, DC Direct. Batman Arkham City. This is the Riddler from Series 2. This is a much older figure, kind of figure that got lost in the mix, I guess, for myself, collection-wise. But I'm happy to have him now. I got him for a good price of 18 bucks. From a local store and local comic shop. Got it for $18. I think he goes for like really weird online prices, like anywhere from 30 to 40 bucks. It's really weird now with this figure. With a lot of actually the Arkham City figures, I've noticed that some of them go for some weird prices sometimes, and they really shouldn't. But anyway, taking a look at the packaging, we pretty much know this packaging by now. It's like the face of, kind of the outline of Batman's cowl. Let me just pan out here. Sorry. There we go. As you can see, that pretty much same packaging we've all seen. The other figures in the wave are... We have, if I can get this glare out of the way, there we go. Stupid. The Riddler, Catwoman, Detective Mode, Batman, Hush, and we just did the Mad Hatter's review the other day. So if you want to check that out and you haven't, you can check out my video library where I have almost 700 videos, so you can check them all out. Let's get, let's not waste some more time. Let's get the Riddler out of packaging here, and we'll take a closer look at him. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back with the Riddler out of packaging, and he does come with two accessories. I was surprised he didn't come with a display base, seeing as some figures in the older DC Direct figure waves, they did come with display bases, like Jervis Tetch, the Mad Hatter did, but this guy didn't. I'm assuming because Jervis was such a small figure that maybe that's the reasoning behind him coming with a display base, but... this is a really cool figure. It's obviously lacking in articulation. That's probably the big drawback from this figure. But the sculpting is really nice on this guy. A couple things I want to point out that I'm not sure if they were flaws or just mistakes or QC issues with this figure, but we'll get to that in a second. Just taking a look at his accessories first. He does come with this bowler cap. Got some nice paint shading going on throughout this this cap. Some black paint shading going on the top and even around the edge of the brim of the hat. Looks really good. Makes it look really like dirty stuff, and it just fits right on his head, like so. Doesn't look too bad. I've seen much worse fitments with hats before with other figures, but just fits on his head like so. And then we have his cane here, his question mark cane, which is accurate to what we know. I think the big problem that I've seen in a lot of other reviews and a lot of people that own this figure is trying to get his cane in his hand. I'm probably going to have to go off camera and do it too, because his hands are so sculpted so tightly. I'm going to have to get like a, I don't know, some sort of, I'll just use this piece right here and have to kind of pry this open like so I can get his hand around the cane. I'm going to try and do this on camera, and if I fail miserably, I'm going to do it off camera because I just don't want to... Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so I got it on camera, but now it's kind of loose. I feel like if his hand was open a little bit more, though, so much so that this would probably jiggle around the whole time. He does have a little grip post right here, and he does have another little, I guess, grip post down here, if you want to call that. But I think he's really meant to just hold it right there. But if you want a tight fitment, you can probably just scroll that down a little bit. And then there you go. However way you want to have him hold it, and then put the cap on. There you go. And then there he is with his accessories. I gotta say, he does look good. It's a very odd choice for the face sculpt. I don't know. I can't tell if he's like, I don't know what he's trying to accomplish with this face, but it is sculpted nicely. The hair sculpted very nicely, actually. It's probably one of the best hair sculpts I've ever seen. Looks really good. They did a really good job on the hair sculpt. The green isn't a very vibrant green. It's a probably your traditional green color. It looks really good though. I think they did a good job. There's some paint shading going on the bottom of the pants, kind of some dirt. No dirt on the boots though, which is a little bit surprising that they put dirt on the pant leg and no dirt on the boots. But still looks good nonetheless. He does have one peg hole at the bottom of his foot. And so yeah, my QC issue with this guy is this question mark. Now I don't 100% remember if that dot, if that kind of period point is supposed to be underneath the question mark. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be on the side there. I think that just might be a QC issue. But as far as I've seen other people's reviews on it, I don't think anybody's ever pointed it out before. I don't remember that period dot being on the side of the question mark before. I don't know why that would make sense that it would be there, but or maybe it's like a tie clip, a tie clip, and then he's just got the traditional question mark, and that's just a tie clip holding the tie together. It could be that, but I don't remember it being off-centered like that and up. So. But maybe I'm wrong. He does have some nice sculpting nonetheless. The big question mark on the back is sculpted in. He's got this kind of armband that is sculpted. All the other question marks, the smaller question marks, unfortunately, except for the tie, are all painted on. The question marks on his gloves on the outside and the inside of his glove are all sculpted into the glove, which is nice. The cuffs are sculpted nicely. And so yeah, for the most part he looks really good. The buttons are also sculpted as well. As far as his articulation, he's pretty simplistic. His head does have a swivel at the top, so he's got a swivel there, and then we got a little bit of up and down movement, but not a lot. We got no job turkeys, damn it. But his arms go up about that far, and they do go down. Full 360 rotation. He doesn't have a bicep swivel because he has a swivel at the elbow and a single bend hinge joint right there. He does have a swivel at the wrist, and that's it. No ab crunch, no waist swivel, no thigh rotation or swivel. He basically just, his legs go forward and they go back, and that's about it. And then he's got a single bend at the knee and no articulation at the ankle, but he does have this boot swivel right here. And like I said before with the Jervis Tetch figure, this swivel actually really does help a lot. When you have these figures that are supposed to be in this pre-posed position and they're hard to stand, that swivel really actually does help them balance out the figure so they stand properly. And I don't have a problem with him standing, as you can see there. And I'll put his little hat back on. But for the most part, I think he's pretty nice looking figure. There's nice detail going throughout all of him. I like the paint applications. They're pretty crisp. I don't have any problems with rubbing or bleeding through or anything like that. I'm not a big fan of the face sculpt, but that's just me. I don't know. I think that's the only thing I really don't like on this figure is probably the face sculpt. I'm just not... I don't know. It's kind of like a weird grimace smirk, if that's what you want to call it, if that's how you want to diagnose it. But other than that, I think he's a great figure. He's a nice piece to have. And if you don't have the Riddler, the Arkham series Riddler, and you're missing out on it, try and pick one up for cheap. I wouldn't spend $30 on this guy. I don't think he's worth $30. But so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Riddler here. Yeah, would I recommend this figure? Yeah, for the right price, I would. Like I said, there's this weird question mark thing. He's got the weird face. I'm not a big fan of that. But and the cane is kind of hard to get in his hand, but those are probably the drawbacks of the figure. Other than that, the sculpt and the paint look really good, and probably the lack of articulation. I should add that in there too. But this is an older DC Collectibles figure. I'm just going to call it DC Collectibles since it is technically DC Direct on the package, but still a great figure. I would recommend him, like I said, for the right price. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.